Welcome, Film Express Warrior fans. Today I'm going to be reviewing Disney's 1996 animated classic, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So let's briefly get into the cast and characters. Tom Hulce portrays Quasimodo, Esmeralda is portrayed by the brilliant Demi Moore, Judge Claude Frollo is portrayed by the excellent Tony Jay, and Captain Phoebus is voiced by the talented Kevin Kline. Other characters such as Clopin, the Gargoyles, Jolly, and several others also exist. The positives of the film would be the way Disney animators captured the true majesty of Notre Dame Cathedral and how they were able to bring Victor Hugo's classic novel to life on the big screen while telling the audience the story through the eyes of Quasimodo and seeing each and every emotion he has or experiences with the other supporting characters with whom he interacts. So just to build off of that for a bit, I feel that Tom Hulce was the perfect choice to voice Quasimodo because he brings innocence, humanity, and kindness into Quasimodo's character. His voice for Quasimodo didn't make him sound too young or too old because it was just right. The same with Esmeralda. Demi Moore did a fantastic job voicing Esmeralda. She captured this feistiness and cleverness of her character and the sheer independence of who she is and the kindness that she has in her heart. Tony Jay was ultimately the perfect choice to play Frollo because his voice brings this power and this majesty that some voice actors don't really bring to a villain, especially a Disney villain. And he makes not just Quasimodo and the other supporting characters afraid of him, but also makes the audience fear him. That way, he's very believable. And I like the way he bluffs against Quasimodo during one scene, which I'm not going to spoil, by the way. And he plays mind games to confuse Quasimodo into thinking that he's going to bring 1,000 men to the Court of Miracles and that he knows the exact location of where it is. And that leads Quasimodo to believe that he actually is going to do it and that he knows where the location is, when in reality he doesn't. And Frollo is just using Quasimodo as bait to get the Court of Miracles for his own selfish needs. Now, there are no negative aspects of this film because it is such a masterpiece, and I love every aspect of the animation, the songs, and the voice actors were absolutely magnificent. The songs that I absolutely loved were The Bells of Notre Dame, Out There, God Help the Outcast, Hellfire, the Court of Miracles song. All those songs were absolutely brilliant and magnificent and well written, well composed, and I just loved every part of it. One strong performance that really stood out was when Quasimodo finally accepts the fact that Phoebus is his friend rather than his opponent and puts his inner jealousy and sadness aside, deciding just to remain friends with Esmeralda instead of being in a relationship with her, because all he wanted was to be accepted by other people and to mingle beyond the bell tower in the outside world. Because that's what he sings about in the song Out There. He wants to, be a part of the people of Paris, and he wants to be accepted as a human being. He wants to show the people that he is not a monster, and he is a human. And, he's a good person at heart. There are other versions of this film that are available, including the 1923 silent film version starring Lon Chaney Sr. as Quasimodo, and the 1939 sound version starring Charles Lawton as Quasimodo. I would highly recommend watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame because it's such a great classic piece from the Disney Renaissance animation history. We'll be having MJ LaPine as our special guest today. giving her take on this masterpiece of Disney film, so stay tuned.
For my analysis of Hunchback of Notre Dame, as I said, Frollo is the best villain that Disney has ever created. It is visually pleasing, and honestly, there are no faults with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It is one of the best Disney movies out there, and I would 100% recommend it to anybody and everybody who hasn't seen it. It is a must watch. It is one of the best freaking movies just out there. It is so on that extremist look of Catholicism that it's overzealous and it's brilliant. Esmeralda screams justice to the crowd and to Frollo. I was going to say this earlier, but that spoke volumes on what her character was capable of. She was standing up for Quasimodo and fighting against a homicidal priest. So, as for Phoebus, his name is still funny, and I laugh. I just laugh at his name, really. What else was I gonna point out? Oh, again, as I said in the earlier talk, that the way that they did the cathedral itself was magnificent. It was gorgeous, and I think they got every what Notre Dame is supposed to be, and it's supposed to be full of faith and hope, whereas Frollo was not. He exuded the opposite, which made him the perfect Disney villain. And, in my opinion, being an extremist as he was, made him relatable and just downright evil. And I'm not saying that Catholicism is evil. I'm just saying that this one person who was so extreme that he took to the city and started burning it, burning Paris, simply because he couldn't get one girl to follow him or anything like that. If I had to rate this movie, it would be a 10 out of 10. And I wish Disney would make more of these types of movies. It's just gorgeous, and their songs are absolutely amazing. I want more of what this type of Disney has to offer.
Thank you for watching and listening to my review of Disney's 1996 animated feature, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Please comment below, press the like button, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Film Express Warrior. As always, watch, review, repeat, peace out.